Hey everybody, welcome to the second week of the course here, and got my scenery up. You've probably seen this before. I think I've used this a couple times over the last few years, but got the animated turtles here. And as far as the first week goes, all of you are pretty much into the groove on this. You do pretty well. Some of you, depending on your situation, you might be late or whatever. And part of what I try to talk about every week is trying to stay focused, um, just stay focused where you're at and everything. I got a motivational video underneath this one, and I thought it's one of the better ones. I think it talks a lot about things. One of the things it mentions about not comparing yourself with anybody else. You're just insulting yourself, and so not to compare yourself. Um, you can do anything you want. All of you that are in this program, you're on the last leg here, so I mean, you deserve a pat on the back and congratulations. But you also still need to stay focused on it. I mean, it's don't let there be distractors. Over the years, I see some students almost get through the program, but they fall to the wayside for various reasons. They lose motivation, or there's distractors in their life. There could be um, people who are naysayers. Oh, you don't need to do that, or you don't need to do. And sometimes it's just yourself. Which brings me to this other one here. You got to believe in yourself that you can do it. Um, some people are natural A students, B students, C students. Some people are A students but end up being C students because of yourself, whatever it is you do. Um, you just got to remember, whatever it is you want to do in life, you can do it. You're doing this. I did the videos this week, similar theme on the other courses, and I got a new batch of students in one of them. And I kind of use myself as an example of, you do anything you want. My story, some of you know it, but had to drop out of school, high school. Grew up in New York City, family issues, had to drop out of high school and join the Army. So I joined the Army and got a GED, went in the Army. I stayed in the Army 21 years, got a bachelor's degree, and that took like 17, 18 years to get that just over time. I started out in the infantry, then I went to the military police. I got sent to Fort Bragg, North Carolina. I seen people jumping out of airplanes, and I said, "Oh, I got to do that." And so, I went ahead and did that, and then, did the paratrooper thing. But then I also seen these Green Berets walking around. I said, "Oh, I got to do that too." And sure, so I was able to do that. I went through it, and it was tough and everything, but I got through it. So I spent most of my career doing that type of stuff, and within that area, there was a lot of things I got to do. And again, it just goes to the thing, you can do whatever you want, put your mind to it. Got out of the Army, went into business, running pizza stores for Domino's, and again, that learned a lot about the business side, which I try to share with you, over the years here. And I did my own for a while. Went on, got my MBA, working on my PhD the last few years. Point being, you can do anything you want. Plus, I got other sideline stuff I do. So whatever you want to do, you can do it. Over the years, I've been with Brian now going on over 5 years now, and so I've seen students do different things along the way to get certain types of jobs. Some do business. We got somebody in this class starting a new business. So there's things you can do as long as you believe in yourself and you do them. So, all right. So enough of that little rant. But again, just believe in yourself. Don't let people tell you can't do something, and stay focused. All right, this week, last week, okay, homeworks I seen good, discussion great, and you're all pros at it now. As we go on to the week 2 here, we got 2 chapters, I believe, or 3 here, 4, 5, and 6. Yep. So chapter 4 has to do with ethics and international business. And then 5 is international theory, and then 6 is the politics. Think about ethics. You got to, some of you may or may not have ever been involved in international. Oops, where'd it go here? You may or may not have been involved in, different things. My years in the military, I got to travel and stuff, and I still know lots of people who do travel and things. And there's culture. One of the other chapters dealt with culture, but culture and ethics varies from one country to the other. One of the issues, and it's kind of those, I don't want to say there's a gray area, but in reality there is sometimes when you go overseas and you're dealing with other cultures and places, um, where a thing like a bribe is illegal here. In some of those places, it's culture, it's required, and if you don't accept, you're insulting them and being risked getting kicked out of the country. Um, how do you deal with that? And that's something you have to, you know, deal with on a case-by-case basis. I know people who've been to Afghanistan, and one of the issues over there, um, you know, instead, democracy and all that stuff. But when you get out into the tribal lands and everything, and they want to help people and stuff like that. But at the same time, there is no concept of the democracy. That they already have a leader, and so when people come in there to bring them democracy, the people you're trying to help look at you as the enemy, even because, okay, you're trying to replace our chief. There's nothing wrong with our chief. He's a great, he's a great tribal leader, and so and my point being is there's just different things that has to do with culture and ethics and so forth. So you have to understand how it all works, but at the same time you got to figure out how to navigate it, and if necessary, change it. I mean, so it just all depends. So that's what my point is on that there. So, but anyway, so okay, so this upcoming week you got those three things on the ethics. Um, the trade theory, and the politics of trade. And there's the other thing, politics. Um, recently there was the embargo on North Korea. So there that gets into the political aspect, the international trade aspect also. So a lot of things to look at, interesting stuff, and but I'll leave it at that. And this upcoming week you also got your so this week and the rest of the weeks here. You got 2 homework assignments. So you got your discussion, but you also got the reaction papers. So last week was very good. And then you also got the reaction papers on what you're learning each chapter. Make sure you're not writing one line, that you're writing a paragraph on each chapter. Don't have to be long, 3 to 5 sentences. And then you got your current events. So you got two different homework assignments. So the current event, make sure you scroll down there so you get the whole thing. And so there. All right. So with that, I'm going to call it quits here. Only other thing I have is my test question. I'm doing something different this week just for giggles. So I got this video. Below it, you got the motivational video. Below that, there's another 10-second video, which is a test question. And it's got to do with this right here. So, you can tell me what's going on in that little 10-second video. Assuming it works. So with that, I'll let you go. Have a great week. Need anything, as always, get in touch. And stay focused, motivated, and all that stuff. Bye.